Hello guys and welcome to a new review. Today I will be talking about The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep. Alright, so with the recent release of The Witcher Season 4, it seemed like the perfect time for me to not watch The Witcher Season 4, but instead watch the animated film that came out earlier this year. It's actually a film that I completely missed that even came out. I mean, I have heard about it. I was like, oh, I still need to check that one out. And then I was scrolling on Letterboxd a few weeks ago and I was like, it released, and then apparently it released around February of this year, so well, yeah, that happens. I will not be talking about The Witcher Season 4 in this one, so be wary of that. I have only seen that other animated flick, The Nightmare of the Wolf, I think it was, which I accepted for its existence. But I have also seen Season 1 of The Witcher with Henry Cavill. I watched the first two episodes of The Witcher Season 2, then I skipped on the rest, did not even watch Season 3, and definitely not planning on watching Season 4 with Liam Hemsworth, with the brother of Thor in it, which is gaining pretty raving reviews, by the way. So yeah, not gonna talk about The Witcher Season 4 or anything in that regard. I'm only gonna talk about this film, and for an animated film, it isn't the worst. Again, it's pretty okay. I mean, in any regard, it's just an animated film. The voice work is pretty okay. I mean, the guy playing Jaskier in the series is also playing Jaskier in this, and this is his voice as well. The guy playing Geralt of Rivia, yes, this is another guy playing Geralt of Rivia. It's not Henry Cavill or Liam Hemsworth. He's doing a pretty good job, and I like his voice work. Everything is okay in this one. There's an entire language that I don't speak, but it sounded nice. And they made some obvious choices in translating some things to English, like if we could understand what they said. Sometimes it may have been a little hard to digest when they were actually speaking English and when it was just this remunerated version of English where you know they were speaking the original language, but we can hear it as English, so they don't have to translate everything via subtitles. Just imagine if they did that with Predator Badlands and the Yotja would only talk in English. I think a lot less people would love that movie. But yeah, that happens. And then if you talk about things like the story of this film, I don't know if this is lore-based or anything. If there's anything of a lore hidden behind Sirens of the Deep, apart from the people in it, the creatures and the locations maybe. But if it is actually based upon a real book or a real source material and the entire story has happened in those other materials as well, we really need to speak to someone, because I want to know then that what came first. I really want to know what came first. If this is an adaptation, like the story is adapted as well, I want to know what came first, The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep, the source material, or The Little Mermaid, because the two things are one and the fucking same. Like, there is no single difference between The Little Mermaid, any version of it, and Sirens of the Deep. The only difference you might think there is, it's, well, Geralt of Rivia says fuck a few times, so this one is R-rated, and The Little Mermaid, last time I checked, was not, and there are more weapons and more war in this one, so it's a little more of a darker version of The Little Mermaids, not to say a lesser version of The Little Mermaids. Yeah, it was, if you see this film, it has exactly the same story beats as A Little Mermaid has, in any regard. If you're watching this film, you might as well just have watched The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is better. So why watch Sirens of the Deep? Maybe you're a big fan of The Witcher. Then I'd say this film is an okay job. The film in and of itself isn't the most interesting. You want another story from The Witcher, I think. Like, I don't know if this was the best choice for a story with The Witcher, especially because it also plays during the time of the Witcher TV series. I don't know, I feel like with The Witcher you can expand on that universe a lot more by giving us other times, like they did with the Wolves, with Nightmare of the Wolf. That was way earlier. That was good in that regard, because that was very interesting to see. But in here, that's completely gone. Like, they have a story that's just set within the normal times that we now live in. It has The Witcher and Jaskier, and they talk about Yennefer and stuff like that, which is awesome for notbags and awesome for little callbacks and stuff like that. But the story is so incredibly boring because it's just another version of The Little Mermaid, only a little bit more dark, that the entire thing feels copied or feels just very soulless. Like, they wanted to put some more money out of this franchise. They want to milk the cow a little bit more, and that's what they did with this film. Is the film bad? No. It's a pretty faithful retelling of The Little Mermaid. You could see this as some kind of a fan fiction, maybe. But is it a great film? Also, no. It has not a lot going on. It's pretty boring, but the animation is good, the voice work is good, and, well, the story is interesting enough, but it's a pre-existing story in that regard. So in that way, the story also isn't that really that good. So in the end, I have to say that I wasn't completely bored with this film, but I wasn't entirely vibing with it as well. And during the middle, it definitely dragged on a little bit. I am going to give The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep 2.5 stars out of 5. What did you think of this one? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'd like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.